Welcome to Maximizing Academic Performance, where you can learn new study skill strategies, techniques, and new learning resources. For today's video, let's talk about how to improve your memory and get an A on your test. The following memory techniques use association with letters, images, maps, rhymes, coined words, sentence stories, and etc. to help you remember. The most important strategy in remembering and recalling is to use as many senses as you can, especially visual images, pictures, cartoons, and caricatures. Oh yes, the funnier, the better. Each depends on how useful they are to your way of thinking. Here are the 7 techniques on how to improve memory and get an A on your test. Acronyms. An acronym is an invented combination of letters. Each letter is a cue to or suggests an item you need to remember. Example, when your teacher would like to ask you to memorize the colors of the rainbow, you could use the acronym ROGBIV to facilitate remembering and recalling. R for red, O for orange, Y for yellow, G for green, B for blue, I for indigo, and V for violet. Another example, when your teacher would like to ask you to memorize the winning attitudes of high-performing students in a chronological order, you could use the acronym CHARACTER to facilitate remembering and recalling. C for curious, H for honest, A for ambitious, R for risk-taker, A for analytical, C for confident, T for tenacious, E for enthusiastic, and R for responsible. Acrostic. An acrostic is an invented sentence or poem with a first letter cue. The first letter of each word is a cue to an idea you need to remember. To remember nonsensical PEMDAS, for example, create a sentence like, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally." Another is to remember G-clef notes on sheet music E, G, B, D, and F. Every good boy deserves fun is a famous acrostic for that. Rhyme keys for ordered or unordered list. The first thing you have to do is to memorize keywords that can be associated with numbers, letters, images, maps, rhymes, coined words, sentence stories, or etc. to help you remember. For example, when your teacher will ask you to memorize this one, think of cheese on a bun, livestock with shoes on, a sack of grain suspended in a tree, a door to a room stacked with fruits and vegetables. What you are going to do is to memorize keywords that can be associated with numbers. For example, bun for 1, shoe for 2, tree for 3, and door for 4. With the help of the keywords you have memorized, you can easily recite all those sentences in a chronological order. The method of Loki. Select any location that you have spent a lot of time in and know well. Good for kinesthetic learners. Imagine yourself walking through the location, selecting clearly defined places like door, sofa, refrigerator, shelf, and etc. Imagine yourself putting objects that you need to remember into each of these places by walking through this location in a direct path. Again, you need a standard direct path and clearly defined locations for objects to facilitate the retrieval of these objects. Image name technique. Very important technique for remembering names. Why are names so very difficult to remember? Because names are so abstract and Filipino names even more so. The image name technique for remembering names simply invent any relationship between the name and the physical characteristics of the person. For example, if you had to remember Shirley Temple's name, you might ingrain the name in memory by noticing that she has curly hair around her temples. Chaining for ordered or unordered list. Create a story where each word or idea you have to remember cues the next idea you need to recall. If you had to remember the words Napoleon, ear, door, and Germany, you could invent this one. Napoleon with his ear to adore listening to people speak in German. The keyword method for foreign language vocabulary. First, after considering the foreign word you need to remember, select a keyword in English that sounds like the foreign word. Next, imagine an image which involves the keyword with the English meaning of the foreign word. For example, Consider the Spanish word cabina, which means phone booth. To facilitate remembering and recalling, you could say, make a picture of a cab in a phone booth. Hi, this is Robert Dagpin. Thank you so much for watching my video. And for more information, please email robertdagpino7@gmail.com and perisabedo@yahoo.com. And also, please visit these websites. Thank you.